Let me ask you a question. How many of you have problems on your service drive? Show of hands. How many of you have problems with people coming in and they're mad because they set up an appointment or reservation, but their car didn't go in the shop for several hours? Anybody ever have that problem? Sure you do. What if I could show you something right now that would stop that instantly, from the first second that you use these words? Just a simple change here would stop that concern forever. All right, well, I can, and I'm going to, and here's what it is. You no longer want to say appointment or reservation. That word should never, neither one of those words should ever be uttered again to a service customer anytime. Because an appointment or reservation sounds like, if I bring you my car, and it's 9 o'clock, and you told me to be there at 9 o'clock, then my car is going in the shop at 9:05, and that never happens. But if you say check-in time, the customer knows that whenever you check in someplace, you're going to wait. Example, when you go home tomorrow or in a few days from the airport, they want you to get to the airport 2 hours early so you can check in, right? And then after you check in, you do what? When you go to the doctor, yeah, you wait. When you go to the doctor, they want you there 20 minutes early so they can get you checked in so you can wait. So, Mr. Customer, now that we've discussed what you need, and this is on the telephone, 2 word tracks, one for BDC, one for your service advisors. Here's how you stop this problem forever right now, check-in time. Mr. Customer, now that we've discussed here on the telephone what it is that you and your vehicle need, what we need to do now is establish a check-in time for you to bring your vehicle in. And based on our calendar here, if you were talking about coming in on Thursday I would have 9 or 9:30 available. Which one of those works best for you? 9:30? 9:30 is a great check-in time, and let me tell you what I mean by check-in time. First and foremost, you want to get here as close as you can to the 9:30 check-in time as you can. Get in here early only means you have to wait. Get in here late means that you'd have to wait in line and could lose your place in line. Once you get here, there will be a service advisor greet you with a clipboard, and on that clipboard, he's going to have the same information that we just went over here today, and he's going to review it with you as far as the part of the first step of the check-in. He's going to review it with you to make sure that I've not missed anything and ensure that there's nothing else you want to put on the list. The second thing he's going to do during that check-in process is ask you to walk around his vehicle with you, or walk around your vehicle with you. And he's going to do a quick visual inspection, and that way if you were to see anything out of the ordinary, we could discuss it and make a decision on it then. And then the third part of the check-in process is once you get through at the walk-on, based on what you walk around, based on what you've seen and what you've discussed, we'll determine which one of our factory-trained technicians is the best one to look at your vehicle today. And once that's determined, we'll take a look at their schedule, and that will dictate when your vehicle's going into the shop. So what does this customer know is going to happen when they get there? They're going to wait. Now, some people push back in workshops. Wait a minute, Jeff, why would I want to tell them that on the phone? I mean, what if they object? What if they say, well, why do I have to bring it at 9 o'clock if it's not going to go in the shop for maybe a few hours? Why would I try to create that objection on the phone? So you can handle it on the phone. So you can be clear and explain it so there's no surprises when they get there. Now, here's the key. Most people won't object. They'll just sit there and say, sounds good to me, you're the expert. But there's a second part to this. Advisors, for you watching this video, the second part is you have to say the same thing when they get there. Mr. Customer, thank you for getting here on time for your check-in time. I see that they told you on the phone getting here early only means you have to wait, and getting here late means you have to wait in line. So thank you for getting here right on time. As they told you on the telephone, there's 3 parts to our check-in process. The first thing is I'm going to take the information that you gave us over the phone. I'm going to go over it to make sure we didn't miss anything, make sure that we understood what you're talking about, and to be certain there's nothing you want to add to the list. Or if you do want to add something to the list, that's fine. Once we do that, the second part of the check-in process will be is that you and I will walk around your vehicle together. We'll do a quick visual inspection, and that way, if we were to see anything out of the ordinary, we could talk about it, make a decision on it now. The third and final part of the check-in process is, based on what we see and what we talk about, we'll determine which one of our factory-trained technicians would be the best to take a look at your vehicle today. And once that's determined, we'll take a look at their schedule, and that will dictate when your vehicle's going into the shop. Now, advisors look back at me and say, you want me to say all that when they get there? These people are hurrying to get in and out? And you think I'm going to have the time to say that? Yeah, you're going to have the time to say that, because spending that 1 minute with them and telling them that is going to save you so many headaches and arguments. I mean, which do you think is going to take longer? Saying that word track or having the 4-minute argument on why their car is not going to the shop right now? You see what I'm saying? So you just change those words. Appointment, reservation, get those off your service drive. Never say them again in Business Development Center. Never say them on a service drive. That problem stops immediately, guaranteed.